Hello, hello there. Jesus Christ. What a day it has been. What a day. I'm just going to make sure you guys can hear me, okay? I'm going to have to be low now because it's pretty late for me. But what a fucking day. Holy shit. What a day it's been. That's all I can say. What a day. Okay. Someone in the chat says they're still shaking. Hey, Space Burrito, what's going on, good sir? Hope you're doing well. So you guys can hear me okay? I can't hear myself, so I'm hoping I'm coming through okay. OBS says I'm coming through, so I'm hoping it's right. But Jesus Christ. Okay, so what we're going to do today, or tonight, is I'm going to give my initial impressions. We're going to watch through the trailer, see if we can find anything. We're going to comb over this trailer. We're going to see if we can find any interesting things. I've noticed a few little interesting things here and there. But yes, we're going to go over the trailer. We're going to look through it once with the sound on, get hyped again a little bit. Then we're going to watch it again with the sound off. Kind of slow it down, look around at some things, kind of like take a look at the character designs and everything like that. And then I will start taking calls from people on Discord. So if you want to get in on the call, I'm thinking I'm only going to be able to take around like 10 calls. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes each to give me your thoughts on the game, as well as what you want to see in the game, and what your thoughts are on like how the mission structures and everything. Just your overall thoughts on the trailer as well. So we will do that. I'm only going to be able to take around, as I said, like 10 calls, because if I give you each 5 minutes to talk, that's going to be 50 minutes in and of itself of just calls. So any more than that's going to be ridiculous. And some people are obviously going to go over, some people are going to go under. So if you want to be part of the call-in section of this stream, just get on my Discord, go into the general section of the Discord, and just type in thoughts. Just type the word thoughts in there, and it will be first come first serve. The first 10 people who type in thoughts will be the people who get into the call, and unfortunately everyone else will not be able to get into the call. So firstly, I'm just going to tell you guys this right now. The game is not exclusive to Xbox One. It's going to be on Xbox One, it's going to be on PlayStation 4, and it's going to be on the PC through Steam. So you guys don't have to worry about that. It's not exclusive to Xbox. It was just shown at the Xbox conference. So, yeah. Anyone who's part of the Discord, can you give people the Discord link? Actually, hold on a sec. I will post a new Discord link into the chat because I'm seeing people saying the link doesn't work. So I will do that in a moment. Alright, so yeah. But as I was saying, the game is not exclusive to Xbox One. It's going to be on pretty much every console besides the Switch. Unfortunate for the Switch, but I don't think the Switch could handle this game considering how good the graphics are. So yeah, but I'm just gonna post the Discord link in the chat right now, so give me a moment, and I'm gonna change the Discord link in my description. So alright, that Discord link change, and I will post it in the chat. If you want to join, there you go. Okay. So now that this is done and over with, okay, my initial impressions of the game. So when I first started watching the trailer, I wanted my expression to be this. I wanted to look exactly like this. But I looked more like this. I was just baffled by what I was watching on screen. I was completely shocked. I was completely shook. I did not know what to think about anything that I was seeing, because I was just so baffled by the fact that I'm seeing Devil May Cry 5 and these characters with upgraded graphics, and looked so realistic. It was just so weird seeing these characters rendered in this more realistic style. The more realistic style just looked really, really strange to me for a Devil May Cry game, because it's been 10 years since Devil May Cry 4, and we're used to these characters looking kind of really stylized. They're not very detailed or anything like that. However, when you look further at the character design, especially for Nero, Nero has an amazing looking face. I'm going to show you guys a comparison. So as you can see, Nero's face looks almost exactly like Virgil's, obviously because he's Virgil's son, but the facial structure looks like a far more graphically complex version of what we got in Devil May Cry 4. But I see a lot of people saying that Nero looked a lot like Dante or something like that. He doesn't look anything like Dante. If anything, he looks a lot like the character from Scalebound. Nero actually has a really nice looking face. Not to be gay or no homo, but he does have a really good looking face. He looks almost exactly like Virgil does. And if you compare his picture to some of the other like more realistic versions of Virgil's render, it looks so similar. It's ridiculous. So it's a really, really nicely done face. And his design overall, I think, is really, really great. Here's another picture of Nero right here. The only thing I'm not too keen on is his hair. I wish his hair was a little longer. But the short hair doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. He still has all of Nero's mannerisms and everything like that. So, you know, more proof that I'm gay. But, yeah, so he still has all of Nero's mannerisms. You can tell that Johnny Young Bosch is still playing Nero as far as motion capture goes. I'm gonna position this image a little more. Oh no, that's not a good angle. Let's move it. Let's position the image a little differently. We will move him upward a little bit. All right, we're gonna have to keep it like that for now. But it's a really well done character design, so detailed. I really like the way Nero looks here. Again, I don't see the DMC Devil May Cry comparisons. Like if you compare the faces of Nero and the faces of Nero from DMC 5 and Dante from DMC Devil May Cry, they don't look at all the same. Again, Nero looks almost exactly like Virgil, as I was just saying. He looks great. I don't know what people are complaining about. Now, the one that I do understand the complaints for are Dante. Unfortunately, my favorite character, Dante. His face, the actual structure of his face looks fine. The actual structure. So we're gonna get a picture of homeless Dante here. So brace yourselves, guys, brace yourselves. But yeah, so we have a picture of Dante here. I think this is the best like screen cap that I could get of this version of Dante. I just think that this angle was really strange. I think the lighting is not great here, and I think the facial expression kind of throws it off, so it makes it look like he's a lot older than he actually is. He looks a lot more like an old man than he does like a demon hunter. But like if you really pay attention to the details in the face, like you can see DMC4 Dante in there. I just think we need to see him at different angles, see him walking around normally, see how his entire character design looks, because we've only seen him on the motorcycle. So again, it was a bit jarring to see this version of Dante, but at the same time, I think he has the potential to look cool. But this image, in and of itself, it wasn't the best introduction to Dante. I will say that much, unfortunately. It wasn't the best introduction. Well, it was a great introduction, seeing him come in with the motorcycle at the end, but at the same time, just seeing that face there, maybe looks like an old man who just stole your, like an old homeless man who just stole your shopping cart. It's pretty unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm sure they're going to change it a bit by the time the game releases. It's going to release in spring 2019. Here's a picture, another picture of Nero. This picture is freaking great. I love this picture. I will fit to screen that image. Nero fighting one of these weird kind of bug-like demons. it is pretty cool. So before I go on, we're gonna do a little speculation, and then we're gonna watch the trailer. So I have another image here. So as you guys know by this point, I'm sure, Nero has lost his arm somehow. Someone has stolen Nero's arm. And who exactly could it be who stole Nero's arm? Who, I ask. So I took this screen cap from the trailer. And I should make that bigger. Just give me a moment. So, this is the guy who stole Nero's arm. As you can see, the cloak is placed in a very specified way that looks almost exactly like the intro of DMC4 SE for Virgil. This is exactly the way his cloak looked. If you look at the face of the character, it looks like corrupted Virgil. And if you look at the arm plates on the character, it looks almost exactly like Virgil's character design. So I'm quite sure that what we are seeing here is Virgil. I think Virgil is regaining his power from Nero's arm, because Nero's arm absorbed the Yamato. Virgil wants his Yamato back. So he's like, you know what, this kid got my Yamato, I'm going to chop his goddamn hand off and leave. And this kid's been masturbating too much, he needs to go on NoFap, so rip his arm off, let's go. Virgil's back. I'm almost 100% sure that this is Virgil. If this is not Virgil, I will be insanely surprised, but I'm almost 100% certain. I'm like 99.9% sure that this is Virgil right here. So, yeah, really cool. And the way Virgil's facial structure here looks is pretty much one-to-one with some of Virgil's renders from previous games. So I'm almost entirely certain that that is Virgil. So now that this is over and done with, now that the little bit of speculation is done, we can now talk a little bit about the trailer and some of the things I liked and didn't like. But before I talk about it, let's watch the trailer. Let's do that. So I've watched this trailer quite a few times already. But we are going to watch it again. Actually, I might have deleted the fucking trailer. Did I delete the trailer? That's how professional I am. I deleted the goddamn trailer from my desktop. Oh, no, I didn't. I put it in a folder. And I have a little smiley face here. See, I'm always prepared, guys. I'm always prepared. Didn't believe in me. How could you not believe in me? I mean, come on. It's me. Jesus. So, we're going to watch the trailer one time through. You know what? I'm going to comment as we go through the trailer. Screw it. I was going to watch it one time through and then comment on it the second time, but let's just go through and let's watch it together, because I'm sure you guys have seen it like 5,000 times. So let's do this. So my initial thoughts here, I thought I was seeing Sergeant Johnson from Halo right here. I was like, oh, they're going to show some more footage from Halo. And then I saw this thing, and I was like, wait a second, what is this, Gears of War? Oh, I think it's Gears of War. There's a bunch of bugs fighting people. So, it looks like this thing in particular, I'm wondering is this Sparta? Do you guys see that little eye back there? Sparta has that little red eye on the tip of his head. I don't think the horns are big enough to be Sparta, but maybe it's like a corrupted version of Sparta. That might be pretty interesting. I don't know what this thing is, but I will say that little eye thing reminds me of Sparta. But his horns aren't big enough to be Sparta, so. And there's a lot of blood going on here. At this point, I thought this game was like Vanquish or something. I was like, hold up, are they making Vanquish 2 here? What the fuck's going on? And I saw Capcom, and I was just like, what is going on right now? So here we go. So in this game, Nero is his own separate branch of Devil May Cry. So in essence, from what I can gather, he is actually working for Dante. So he has his own branch of Devil May Cry now, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So at this point, I didn't know what to think about this. I was like, why is a scale-bound character in Devil May Cry? And this chick. So if I remember correctly, this girl's name is Nico, or Nico. I don't remember her name exactly, but all of her dialogue here I hated. I don't like her character. I didn't think. I think she might have been more likable had they waited to show her. They should have focused the trailer far more on Nero, because she talked way too much in this trailer, and a lot of Nero's dialogue is kind of drowned out in the background in comparison to hers. Like, she had way too much spotlight in this trailer. I don't think she should have had any spotlight besides maybe the scene where she's giving Nero the arm, but outside of that, I just don't like this character. She's fucking annoying, but maybe she's better in the game. But from this trailer alone, basing it solely off this trailer, I did not like her. I think she brought this trailer down, but that's just me. Alright, I'll turn it up a little bit. I honestly didn't know what to think of the music here as well. I'm still not sure how I feel about this song. This song's nowhere near as good as Devils Never Cry, but it's not too bad either. It's not as bad as the dubstep stuff from DMC, so I'm pretty cool with it. And this scene is pretty badass, I will say that much. Got the over-the-top action. It's great. So when I saw this when I saw this arm, I was like, what is happening? Why does he have a bionic arm? Like, is this Bionic Commando meets Devil May Cry? What's going on here? And again, she has too much dialogue here. Too much dialogue for her. So it was through here, especially when I saw him swinging his sword, I was like, yeah, that's definitely Nero. I did like those, that he has like this extra property to his arm. This is something that I did want from a new Devil May Cry, was Nero getting like different effects for his Devil Bringer. Maybe time effects, maybe kind of like fire effects or anything like that. So I'm pretty happy to see that he has this sort of like time manipulation ability. That looks pretty badass. Right here especially, this animation looks like it was taken directly from DMC4. Just the way Nero's holding his gun in the air. It's a classic animation of Nero. It's fucking great.
What? No chit-chat or monologue? Just getting right to the point, huh?
And just his mannerisms here, I was just like, yes, that's definitely Nero. This boss, I'm not sure about the design for. He doesn't look as cool as like any of the bosses in DMC4. This riding on the rocket arm is badass though. Reminds me of the scene from DMC3 when Dante rides the rocket. So it's pretty cool that they're making this part of the gameplay system. I think that's a freaking great idea. Absolutely awesome. Johnny Young Bosch is great. I fucking love Johnny Young Bosch. Again, I think that should have been the only scene that she was in, pretty much. Like, you could show her here and there, and she could have just did the cash first. Like, her being in the intro was just not a good idea. I think this is some sort of different boss. This thing looks like something from Bloodborne. Wait, I think they had a close-up of it. One sec. Actually, I'm not going far back enough.
Cash first.
Alright, cash first. Yeah, this thing... Yeah, it looks like something from Bloodborne, I swear to God. Like, it's a pretty cool design, though. I think I like this one's design better than that previous kind of, like, hulking monster that Nero was fighting that had, like, the giant mouth in its chest. But, overall, I don't know how I feel about the monster design in this game. It's interesting, but, it doesn't blow me away. It's not as badass as, like, Burial. Again, I think Burial is, like, one of the most badass designs of anything ever. So... yeah, it's pretty cool though, I think. Lots of tentacles though. Alright, so here's a scene with Virgil. I posed that at the perfect moment. Look at that, guys. Look at that. I'm just so good at this. But yeah, so this is definitely Virgil. I have, again, almost no doubt that it's Virgil. This is the scene where... this is like a flashback. Virgil tells Kitty A, or not Virgil, Nero tells Kitty A to get back inside. He gets his arm ripped off. We don't know what happened to Kitty A. A lot of people thought Nico was Kitty A. I saw people message me like, is that Kitty A? I heard Nero call her Kitty A, but no, it was during a flashback sequence. He's not talking about the other character. The other character is the one who gives him the demon arm, or the bionic arm rather. So this looks like it's in Fortuna as well. I mean, it has the same lighting as Fortuna, so might be Fortuna. The one thing I'm wondering here though is Virgil wearing a fedora. Is that a fedora? Why does that look like a fedora? No, it's a hood. It's obviously a hood. It looks kind of like a fedora from the outline. I'm just joking. DMC Devil May Cry reference. All right, I'm sorry, guys.
I've got a score to settle with that son of a bitch.
That face he does right there. It's such a Nero face. Wait, hold on. I need to pause it there.
I've got a score to settle with that son of a bitch.
I can't pause it there. It's so hard. She's like, God damn it, I'm too slow. Too slow. You're too slow.
That son of a...
Yeah, this is a Nero face. Like, this is Nero's quintessential face right here. He makes this face constantly in DMC4. So at this moment, I was pretty hyped up when I saw it. However, at this moment, I was just like,
Devil May Cry.
This is cool and all, but where's Dante? And then this scene happens. He is back.
Yeah!
Okay. So, Dante has returned. He has like a demon motorcycle. I have a little more information for you guys as well. Official information. I just want to see Dante come in again with his badass demon motorcycle. Like right here, he looks pretty cool. His hair is a lot like DMC2 Dante. But I just, the stubble, just that stubble. And that facial expression in this angle, I don't think looks too great, unfortunately. But, yeah, again, right here, he just doesn't look too great. But I need to see more. I need to see more. So, again, spring 2019. And so I'm going to give you guys some more information that Capcom has released officially. So just give me one moment, and I will get that for you guys in a second. I'm going to go to the Devil May Cry official website, and I'm also going to go to Capcom Unity. So, okay, we have that up. So I'm going to say one thing that I like about this is I don't see any DMC Devil May Cry, so that's always cool. That is always awesome. You know what? I'm wondering if that bike is one of Dante's devil arms in the game. Maybe he can actually use it during gameplay. That would be pretty fucking amazing. I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to use it in-game, but if it's like a devil arm that he can use and just like mow down enemies with it, it's going to be freaking awesome. Alrighty, so as you can see, there is a third character here. I wonder who that is. Alright, so let's proceed. And here is the official Devil May Cry site. Sorry, you guys, I haven't been checking the chat very much. But again, that's what your call-ins are going to be for you guys to get your thoughts out. But I will check the chat a little bit before we take the call-ins. So here's the official Devil May Cry 5 site. As you can see, the gameplay is looking pretty cool. Something else I was a little worried about when initially seeing the gameplay was the frame rate. I was kind of scared that we were going to get some like 30 FPS janky nonsense, but they did release the HD trailer on official outlets like Xbox YouTube channel and Capcom YouTube channel and Devil May Cry YouTube channel. So if you see the game there, it does move at 60 FPS, or it seemingly moves at 60 FPS during gameplay. During the cutscenes, it's all over the place, but during gameplay, it seems like it's 60 FPS. So I'm 100% hoping that they get this game to 60 FPS, because I don't want to have the same issue that we did with DMC Devil May Cry, but it is Itsuno working on this game. I'm hoping he delivers when it comes to the frame rate. Okay, so for anyone wondering, the story is set several years after Devil May Cry 4. So this is one of the bigger things about the announcement. This is happening after a few years after Devil May Cry 4, several years after Devil May Cry 4, which likely means that this is still before Devil May Cry 2. It's still before Devil May Cry 2, somehow. I don't understand how. It looks like it's so far in the future, but yep, it's still before Devil May Cry 2. And of course, again, it's coming out for Xbox One, PS4, and Steam. So, yeah, I see some people saying they don't like the robot arm. I honestly would have preferred the Devil Bringer, but since the Devil Bringer, since Nero losing the Devil Bringer is going to be a huge plot point here, and it's probably going to be what sets up Virgil's return, I don't mind it. But I still prefer the Devil Bringer. I don't really like this mechanized arm, but I mean, it is what it is. You're still going to be able to do some cool stuff. I mean, the fact that he rides on his arm, like Dante did in DMC3 with the rocket, is pretty cool. So, all right, so we have some more information here. Just give me one sec. I'm going to put the image back up. So I'm going to give you guys some of the information that was on Capcom Unity. And the information here is pretty interesting. So I'm going to read through this really quick. So we have time to kick some demon ass. Years have passed since the events of Devil May Cry 4, and a lot has happened. Young demon hunter Nero has lost his Devil Bringer demon arm. But hey, he's now leading his own branch of the demon hunting business, Devil May Cry. So again, he has his own branch under Dante, which is pretty cool. I think that was a cool plot point. So he has his own branch in the business to make up for that lost arm and keep his style rankings up. He's enlisted the expert of experts, Craftswoman Nico. So again, Nico from the trailer, a brand new character in the series, to lend a hand and build different types of prosthetic arms that unlock new badass combat abilities and devastating powers. So it seems like Nero will be able to switch in and out different arms that will give him different properties during combat, which is a very, very cool idea. It's really awesome. All right, so we have another plot point here. It says the demonic invasion begins. Actually, I should show this on screen because it has some nice art. My apologies for that, guys. So here's some more arts. Nero using the bionic Devil Bringer. Again, another picture I showed you guys earlier. Another one I showed you earlier. So we have a new demonic invasion has begun with the seeds of a demon tree being sown in Redgrave City. And Redgrave is actually a reference to early Devil May Cry when Dante used to go around as he used Tony Redgrave as an alias in the initial, I think, was it the initial manga for Devil May Cry? It was the earliest mangas for Devil May Cry 1. He went around as Tony Redgrave, so that's a pretty nice reference right there. So now fully equipped with his trusty Red Queen and Blue Rose and a new arsenal of rad robot hands thanks to his partner Nico, Nero must rise up to his new impossible task. With such insane amount of energy and destruction emanating from this surprise invasion, the stage is now set for the latest chapter of the Sons of Sparta saga. So I remember hearing about that Sons of Sparta saga from those lakes. It seems like a lot of things that were in the lakes are coming to fruition, especially the new naming system of Devil May Cry 5, which has the V there. The V that's represented by wings, which is pretty cool. So this right here is really important. Utterly insane action. However, Nero is not alone in this fight. Our gameplay announcement trailer above focuses on Nero and his new set of tricks, but Devil May Cry 5 will feature 3 playable characters with their own unique over-the-top playstyles and flair. So 3 different characters will be playable in this game. I'm guessing that we are going to get a trailer for each of the characters. This one specifically focuses on Nero. I think we're going to get one for Dante, and we're going to get one for that other dude, which we will look at in a little bit. An image of the other dude, rather. All right, so we have some cool images of Nero here. This one is pretty much quintessential Nero as well. That's one of his favorite poses. Alright, so new heights in visual fidelity. More details on character and specific gameplay moves are still forthcoming. Can Nero still max out Rev the Red Queen? But rest assured, the complete package will be delivered to you in Devil May Cry in true Devil May Cry form at a silky smooth 60 frames per second. So this game is definitely going to run at 60 FPS. Again, I think that the cutscenes might not always run at 60, but it does seem like, from all the gameplay we saw, it does seem like it's always going to be at 60. And then, again, this game is running on the RE engine, which is the engine that they use for Resident Evil 7, which is why a lot of the characters' faces look so detailed, which is pretty cool. So again, Devil May Cry 5 marks the return of stylish action at its finest form. Itsuno has brought the band back together, and they're working tirelessly to deliver a new genre-defining entry to you in the spring of 2019 on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. They'll be sharing more details on the game at Gamescom 2018. So more info is coming at Gamescom. I was hoping that we were going to get some more info tomorrow, but apparently Gamescom is the next set of info that we're going to get, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I do like the fact that Nero is becoming more of his own character in this game. I think in the previous game he was too much of a Dante facsimile, which is something that I commented about in my DMC4 review. I think that he was a little too similar to Dante in look and style. He was a little more sarcastic and a little more angsty than Dante, but he shared way too many attributes with Dante, and in this game he seems like he's becoming his own character, which is pretty cool. Beyond that, I think that we are at the point where we can start taking calls. So, again, I'm going to take around 10 calls. Actually, before we start taking calls, if you guys have any questions or anything in the chat, just let me know, and I will answer those, and then we will start taking calls, and then we will end the stream. So, again, Again, initially I was pretty taken aback by this game, but the more I look at it, the more it seems to be interesting. Again, wait, hold on, let me get that trailer back up really quick. We don't get to see that much gameplay. Like, Nero still has his basic strikes. We see him grabbing enemies. I don't see him revving the Red Queen. He still has his grabbing attacks though, but he does rev the Red Queen in the intro of the trailer. Excuse me, during the cutscene. Something else that's kind of interesting about this game and its enemy design is that it seems to be focused on a lot of bug-like enemies. It seems almost like there's an infestation of like an infestation of bugs or something, because there's a lot of things that look a lot like bees and I don't know, fat ass ants or something. it's kind of weird, but these sort of like lizard like enemies look pretty cool. Those bug like enemies are probably like the baser enemies, like the super weak ones, almost like the marionettes in DMC1 or something. They're probably like the weakest enemy in the game. Nero does shoot out his demonic arm here too, which is pretty cool. Again, I like that slow-mo thing he does. It's pretty badass. He still has his air combos and everything. I'm definitely hoping that he gets some different weapons, though. I know he's getting the different Devilbringer arms, but I hope it's just not the Red Queen and the Blue Rose throughout the entirety of the game, because I highly doubt it's going to be the case, but yeah, I'm sure we'll see some more weapons for Nero. There has to be more weapons. And again, flying on that arm is just fucking awesome. I love seeing that shit. Alrighty. Yeah, once again, this is not Kitty A. This is Nico. It is a new character. So she looks nothing like Kitty A as well, and she doesn't even have a similar personality. I don't really know how people can mistake Kitty A for that chick. Like, as soon as I saw this chick, I was like, who is this bitch? And when people started asking if it was Kitty A, I'm like, how is that Kitty A? She looks nothing like her at all. She actually looks like this chick I used to know in real life. But yeah, so anyway. I do really want to see some more gameplay, though. We got a lot of story in this trailer, but we didn't get that much gameplay. We saw a few cool moments with the demon arm, or the bio arm, the bionic arm. We see lightning abilities on the bionic arm here, which is pretty cool. Again, we see Nero shooting the bionic arm out. He has like a grapple, he has like a rocket version, he has the time manipulation, which is really awesome. Again, that's something that I wanted to see from Nero. Whenever people would ask me, I was just like, yeah, he should have some sort of ability to, like, change elements with his demon arm. But I never expected him to get a bionic arm. It's crazy. This little scene here is interesting. Like, Nero is going super fast here. And his... Huh, that's interesting. It's like he's teleporting or something. He's doing some Final Fantasy 15 kind of shit right there. That's pretty cool. I wonder if he's going to have teleporting abilities. And of course, there's Virgil still in his son's arm. And yeah, so that's all we got. Hopefully we get some more soon. And of course, the OG is back. The king has returned. Once again, that new girl is not Kitty A. It's a new character named Nico. Alrighty, so now that that is over with, we will take some Discord calls. Again, I'll take around 10 calls, depending on how things go. And the first 10 people who posted thoughts inside of my Discord are the people who will be getting into the calls. So again, if you want to get into the calls and give your thoughts on DMC5, just go into the Discord, post the word thoughts in there, and I will bring you in. So 1 second, guys, I'm just getting this set up. This game is going to be on PC, it's going to be on PS4, and it's going to be on Xbox One, so don't worry. I see people saying, why not on PC? It's going to be on PC. It's definitely going to be on PC. Okay, so how many people do we have here? If there aren't 10 people who want to get in, I'll let you guys go on for a little longer. But if there are only a few people, it'll be fine. I'll let you guys go for a little longer than 5 minutes. Alright, so let me check the Discord now. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so we have 10. We have 10. I might get maybe 11 or 12. It seems like there are like 12 people. I'll probably cut it off at 12. So I'm gonna, the first person who's getting into the Discord, I don't know if you guys can hear me in the Discord right now. Can you type into the Discord if you can hear me in the Discord right now? You probably can't, if you're logged into the Discord at the moment. You might not be able to because it's a private chat. Okay, so I'm gonna start bringing people in. I will type into the general part of Discord and tell the first person that they are gonna be on. So, who is the first person here? The first person is Dominic. So, Dominic Kimley, you will be the first person on the chopping block. Okay, let's hope that this works out okay. I'm hoping it does. So, Dominic, and I will message Dominic. Okay. So again, it's going to be one person at a time. I don't want people flooding the Discord. So just wait your turn. Can you hear me, Dominic? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
What's going on? Yes, I can hear you. Awesome. All right. So what are your thoughts on DMC 5? What do you think about it?
I thought it was all around a solid trailer.
Mm-hmm.
notes here about things I noticed, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get through all of them, so I'm just going to go through probably the biggest change I noticed that I don't know if everybody else has been talking about.
Okay.
Story seems to be taking a darker tone as Devil May Cry games.
Mm-hmm.
They're a lot more brutal.
So darker in what way exactly?
Darker in terms of brutality, as we saw Nero literally bleeding from the stump on his arm.
Mm-hmm.
So darker in terms of the events that are taking place. Like, I'm not sure what's happening in Redgrave City, but it seems like an apocalypse is either starting or going through.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the biggest thing that I noticed, again, that nobody's been talking about.
I don't know if I agree necessarily. Actually, hold on a sec. I can hear myself through your Discord, I think. that's kind of annoying. Hold on a sec. Oh wait, I can't hear myself anymore. All right, awesome. I think you muted yourself. Thank you kindly. I'm not sure if I agree necessarily with the brutality, because if you watch Devil May Cry 1's cutscenes, like if they had the ability or the graphical fidelity to do the kind of violence that we're seeing in this trailer, I think they would have done it, like Dante getting stabbed through the chest with Alistair. That's a pretty brutal scene, especially for back in the day. So,
brutality is any worse than in previous Devil May Cry games. I don't think I've ever seen a character literally screaming in pain at a lost arm.
Yeah, that is true. I'll give you that much. All right, so what was your next point?
The only thing that I noticed that Ellie, Kyrie is probably in the game by the fact that she's mentioned, even if she's only in the intro when Nero loses his arm. Didn't know that Tagalong's name was Nico, so I just wrote Tagalong parentheses possibly mechanic on my notes.
Yeah.
That, everything seemed to be about how everybody's predicting so.
Yeah.
Just a plus in my eyes, especially since before this announcement, I had no idea how to from Devil May Cry 4, other than, you know, making it a finished product.
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty promising. Again, initially it threw me off because I was just baffled. Just seeing it on screen, I was just completely baffled. But the more I look at it, the more it looks like, you know, an extension of DMC4. But I would really love to see some Dante gameplay, because that's where the real meat of DMC4 was. And yeah, I'm just really interested in seeing some Dante gameplay. So do you have any final thoughts here? Because I'm gonna have to get some more people in. I would love to talk to you more, but yeah.
Only final thing I want to point out is that Virgil may very well be the antagonist of the game, based on what I could notice from this trailer.
Yeah, it did seem like it, like that giant demon guy thing in the beginning. Again, I thought it had some similar aspects to it, to Sparta, even though its horns aren't that huge. But it might be Virgil. Who knows?
But Virgil is going to take priority. That's my prediction.
Yeah, most likely. Alrighty, Dominic. Well, thank you very kindly for jumping in here, and I'm gonna have to move on to the next person. So if you can, just jump out of here, and I will bring in the next person. So, thank you. All right, that was pretty cool. All right, so the next person I'm going to be inviting in here is KB Sleepy. So KB Sleepy, get your ass ready, good sir. You're coming in here, and I will message you now. Alright, so we are waiting for KB. I think Dominic had some pretty interesting points. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Wait. Alright, KB says cool. Alright, so we're just waiting for KB to jump in. If he can. KB, are you there? I don't know if you're here. I don't see you in. Actually, Delusionary, I'm gonna get your ass in here. I'm gonna get your ass in here next, actually, after KB goes. You better get ready, motherfucker. You can't escape this. You can't escape this, good sir. KB, what's going on? Jump into the... Oh wait, KB jumped in? I don't see him. Hold on. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties with KB here. I don't know if I could directly make him join this call. Again, my apologies, you guys. This is just what happens with call-in shows. Brand new to call-in shows, so bear with me. Delusionary says no. He doesn't want to jump in. Okay, KB, what's going on? Alright, we're gonna come back to KB then. So I will move on to the next person. Just give me a second to check it out. The last Gogeta, you are next. The last Gogeta is next. Okay. So, whenever Gogeta jumps in, he will be able to give us his thoughts, hopefully. If the same thing doesn't happen as it did with KB here. Oh, the last Gogeta. Jesus, Gogeta, what the fuck, dude? Why you do this? So you don't want to come in. You motherfucker. He said thoughts. Why are you trolling me on stream, motherfucker? Alright, Hyperbomb. Hyperbomb is next. God damn it, Gogeta. No, you should take it. I should ban your ass. Get that ass banned, Gogeta. Alright, Hyperbomb. Hyperbomb is next. Okay. Alright, Hyperbomb. Get that ass in here. Fucking hell. You guys. Don't troll me like this. Jesus. Hyperbomb, please be ready. I hope you're still in the Discord. Yeah, I see Hyperbomb is in the Discord, so. I just got thoughted on. Yes, I got thoughted on. Oh god, guys. Ah, Hyperbomb. Or Hyperbomb. I think you are here. I cannot hear you right now, though. I'm guessing you're getting your mic ready.
Hello?
Yes, there you go. Awesome. Finally, got a second person.
First time using this.
Yeah, no problem.
Basically, the first, when I first saw the trailer, it kind of reminded me of Lost Soul Aside. You remember that game that was announced, a couple years back?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, how did it remind you of that?
It basically just this looked. It kind of, it felt odd. It looked exactly like that. I didn't think it was DMC5. But then when I saw, the logo on the car and stuff, then, yeah, I was pretty certain it was DMC5, obviously.
Yeah.
Of course it would be.
I'm not sure exactly. I guess when it comes to the graphical effects, it does have that kind of look, all the particle effects and everything. Lost Soul Aside loves those particle effects. Those little blue things are everywhere, those little blue particles. But yeah, I guess I can see where you're coming from there.
Yep. Also, it's really cool the main protagonist again, like he was in DMC4, because at the end of DMC4, it just felt like Dante was passing the torch to Nero for him to carry on the series, right? So having him as the protagonist again, I think it's like so they can't they won't run out of ideas, right? Like we've had Dante for like how many games? Like 3 games. He's the star. So give it to someone else, you know?
Well,
make it fresh.
He was only really the protagonist.
I know you.
He was only really the protagonist in 2 games. DMC2 doesn't really count. DMC Devil May Cry doesn't count. And he just played a background role in DMC4. So I didn't think I think it was way too early to be passing the torch. But I do see where people are coming from with Nero, because there were a lot of unanswered questions with him. Just there was so much about Nero that we just did not know, that we should have found out about in DMC4, but it was obviously due to time constraints and all of that kind of thing with the development cycle. But yeah, go on ahead. I'm kind of like taking your time, Jesus.
I guess I'm really curious to see who that. Like I'm glad we're not getting Virgil and it's someone new, just to keep things fresh once again. But like I'm really curious what they're gonna do with that. Human? Is he a demon? Like it looks interesting.
Well, what do you think about the guy who ripped Nero's arm off? Do you think that's Virgil? Because it looks a lot.
Oh yeah, that's Virgil for sure.
Yeah,
it has to be.
Yeah,
everything points to him Virgil.
Yeah, that new like giant demon thing from the beginning, where it's just like summoning blood from the ground and fucking hentai tentacles everywhere.
Yeah,
yeah, that thing is pretty interesting to look at, but I'm not sure what to make of it. Honestly, it looks pretty interesting though.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's like you're gonna be like a character specifically. Like I think it's just gonna be like a boss, excuse me. Like Cerberus and stuff like that. I don't think it's gonna be like Sparta or some shit like that. Like it doesn't look too interesting to me, at least.
Yeah, yeah. I just felt like that one little like red thing on its forehead kind of reminded me of Sparta, because Sparta has that kind of thing, but it doesn't really look like him overall. Sparta has giant ass horns, and yeah, it doesn't really look like him. But I don't know. There's a bit. What do you think about Nico, the new female character?
Oh god, at first I kind of hated the character, but now she's starting to kind of grow on me. Like I think her dialogue is absolutely terrible, like in some of the scenes. But I don't know. They might be able to do like, but right now I'm not interested really. I just think Nero looks bad. Pretty much it.
Yeah, I like the way that Nero looks. I just want to see more Dante, because that is still throwing me off. I'm gonna admit it does throw me off the way he looks. But
yeah, they need to give him a shave or something. Like holy fuck.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Looks like he just.
Yeah, I think.
Oh god. Yeah, go ahead.
I think the reason why he looks like that is probably because at the end of DMC2, right? Like he's coming back with the motorcycle, and maybe that's why he looks like shit in this scene. But honestly, like I don't think it's really odd that they'd make it after 2 if that's the case, because like what's happening between 4 and 2,
Yeah,
like,
well, this one, on the official website, it says this one is happening several years after 4. It doesn't mention 2, so
maybe they're too embarrassed. No?
I don't know. Maybe they're just retconning 2 completely. Maybe this game will be the one that retcons it. But it says several months after DMC, or not several months, several years after DMC4. So it would have been interesting if it was Dante coming back from hell at the end of DMC2, and he looks like that. He has like a demon motorcycle and everything. That would have been pretty badass, actually. I think pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hyperbomb, I'm gonna have to let you go because we need to get more people in here. But thank you very kindly for your thoughts. Do you have any final thoughts before you go?
That's pretty much it, really.
All right, cool, awesome.
Great
yeah, it was awesome talking to you. All right, have yourself a good night, and
you
just
too.
Jump out of the call. All right.
All right. See you later.
Yeah, later. All right, cool. So who is the next person on the chopping block here that we need to get? The next person is wait, what the fuck? I can't speak apparently. The next person is HK47's Eggs. So HK, you are one of the Sons of Sparta. So I hope you are ready, my friend. I hope you are ready for this. Okay. So let's get HK going. I'll give HK a little bit of time to get everything set up. And we will see what happens. Alright, HK says, alright. Alright, I see you in here.
Yo.
HK. Hey, what's going on, good sir?
Oh, not much.
Alright, so what are your thoughts on Devil May Cry 5? How are you feeling about this?
Pretty damn fucking hyped. I actually have a theory already.
Alright.
You know that demon you see in the beginning with the demon tree and it's all blood and everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
You know how, back when Mundus beat Virgil and pretty much extracted his soul from his body?
Yeah.
And put it in the armor? I think that might be Virgil's corpse. And I think Virgil's soul came back trying to reclaim his power so he could take his body back.
So you think that the sort of like demon tree blood fucking monster is like Nilo Angelo, kind of like what is it, Terra from I don't know if you know Kingdom Hearts lore, but there's this one character. Yeah, the one character who has
but
his
except
armor.
Like, because his soul was ripped out, his body was still alive, and because it was broken and it didn't have its soul, it kind of just goes on a rampage and all that shit. So I think Virgil shows up in the beginning of the game, kicks Nero's ass, takes his arm, regains his power, and I think he might take a page out of Arkham's book and shapeshift and mimic that third character we've seen.
Huh, that's an interesting idea, actually.
Might trick everyone into thinking he's someone else, kind of like Gilver from the manga.
Huh. That would actually be an interesting plot twist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he is a deceptive character.
Yeah.
He can just... And, you know, it might actually be a legitimate plot twist that would throw most people off.
I think that would be pretty awesome, actually. The remnants of Virgil's like soul and all that shit. That's pretty.
Yeah,
badass.
Because he was defeated at the end of 1. He wasn't explicitly stated to be dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Although, I don't know how a soul exactly dies, but, you know. But I have to say, I am digging Nero's new look, and I'm loving the variety with his new robo-arm.
Yeah, I think it's really cool that you're going to be able to equip him with different robot arms with different properties, and it's gonna make for his gameplay. It's gonna add a lot of gameplay variety for him. I think that's gonna be awesome. The only thing I hope for is more swords and things like that for him, but the arm thing is pretty awesome so far that I've seen.
I want him to get a mace. I don't know why. He just seems like a blunt object.
anything besides
just batter up.
That would be amazing. So how you feeling about the new female character, Nico?
I can't tell if I like or hate her yet. I'd have to see how she banters with the rest of the cast. I mean, like, her design is really weird. Like, it pulls your eye to certain areas, and then it's like, once you stop looking at those areas, it's like, okay, what else is going on here?
She's, you know what throws me off about her design, actually, is that she kind of looks too realistic or something for a Devil May Cry game.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't have like that fantasy-esque look to her, like even like Kitty A did, or Lady or Trish. Like, all of them have like this sort of like over-the-top look to them, but she's really grounded in the way that she looks, and I think that's kind of thrown me off. It's just like, Jesus, that's like a chick that I could know in real life or something.
Yeah, and the accent doesn't help either.
Yeah, it doesn't help at all.
I mean, like, the only thing I really approve of with her is that she's American as fuck.
yeah, that's
like,
true.
I make all this cool, badass shit. Like, that's the only part I like so far.
So, are there any particular gameplay systems that you'd like to see implemented into this game?
I actually would not object if they took a cue from Resident Evil 6. You know how, like, certain campaigns would meet up with each other, and like, if someone was playing online, they could join yours from their side of the campaign.
That would be cool.
And, like,
yeah.
you temporarily cooperate together. Like, it'd be cool to see a section where like Nero, Dante, and Virgil all show up in the same area and they have to work together to beat a boss.
Yeah, so it could
or something like that.
Yeah, it could be like a spin on the Arkham boss battle where Virgil shows up, except someone else is playing as Virgil, so you don't have to, you know, give up your devil
like there's a
trigger in the
particular
building.
segment where like in order to progress through like some generic ass area, like one character has to go out and fight something while the other manipulates like some sort of mechanism to help them progress further.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So, any thoughts on Dante? Any thoughts on Dante? What do you think?
Trim the scruff, please. Trim it. Make it look like Devil May Cry 4, and I think the look is fine otherwise. Like, I like the long hair. I can't. There's one thing that's bugging me though about Dante in particular. His red coat and his eyes are washed out. Like there's hardly any color to them.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that's my number one complaint about the game right now is that it's taken from that stupid 2006, like, oh, everything's gray and brown and washed out. It's like, come on, man, draw out some colors. That's interesting. It makes you want to explore and shit.
Yeah, that's very true. Especially considering it's coming off of DMC4, which was quite a beautiful game. Even to this day, I think DMC4 is a beautiful game. Even though they didn't, it's not a complete game. It's a beautiful game, though. But
I'd say my number one hope with this game is that each and every character has a completely fleshed out campaign, 20 missions each, and we see Dante and Nero develop more as characters. And if Virgil's playable, develop him more, please.
Yeah, I'm also really wondering about this new character, just how he's going to look, because we haven't seen his face or anything yet. We've just seen the back of him.
It's kind of funny because when I was looking at his picture, I actually noticed that his arms are burned, and there are tattoos on them, of course, but he also has shackles on his wrists as well. And his hair has like this kind of singed black coloration to it.
Yeah, that is true, because I've been looking at that image.
So I'm wondering if, like, say my theory about Virgil is correct. Like, maybe Virgil's soul got severely damaged and he's all burnt up and shit.
That could be the case. But, Jesus, yeah. So I'm going to have to let you go now. But do you have any final thoughts before we go?
Any final thoughts? I kind of hope that any new characters are not extraneous. Like, they're not there to overstay their welcome. Like, you come to like them, they play their part, they leave. So we focus on the main 3 or 4, depending how it goes. Yeah.
That would be awesome. It needs to be a focus.
And maybe a Lady and Trish DLC down the line if it's enough.
Yes, I'd like to see them in this new kind of like updated look that they have going on. So hopefully they don't trim their busts at all. That would be a sad day for us all. But
yeah, that would be sad.
But yeah, HK, thank you very kindly for showing up on here, and I will talk to you later, and just jump off of here. But yeah, be sure to have a good night.
Peace out.
Later. Alrighty. So I had him on a little longer than I probably should have, but yeah, pretty interesting thoughts there. All right, so the next person that we have here is Akzi42, who has a Witcher 3 avatar. So this should be good. This should be good. Okay. All right, Akzi. Okay, let's see how this goes. Hyperbomb, what are you doing? Oh, Hyperbomb, it's no problem that you got off. Jesus. It is no problem at all. For the most part, I think the chat understood you. It's all good. Okay, so I just sent Axie the message. Hopefully they jump in here soon.
Hello?
Oh, hey, Axie, what's going on? I hope I'm saying your name properly.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, cool.
I just watched your stuff for about a couple of years now. I would say, since 2011, 2012.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm very good at work. So,
thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wait, one sec. Your mic is kind of cutting in and out.
I'm using my phone at the moment.
Oh Jesus, that's probably why. Well, well, you can just go ahead and get out what you want to say. Hopefully it comes out okay.
Okay. Oh. So when I first watched this trailer, I was just like, I was kind of like you, how you mentioned it. I was like, oh my god, what's going on? Is this actually a game? And wait a minute, is this like DMC 2? Like, what's going on here? And then I saw Nero, and it was like, whoa, there's a robot arm. Funnily enough, I just got done with Deus Ex Mankind Divided. So, like literally got done with it a minute before the trailer was revealed. So, yeah, fun fact. So, I really like Nero's design. What I really like about it is that my problem with Nero in DMC 4 is that he wasn't, like you said, he wasn't his own established character, and you can see that in his, you know, with the purplish blue with the red. Now he's kind of with this black blue aesthetic to him, so it makes him look more distinct, more of an individual, and I like that. And I also like the parents. I also like the robot. Like that's interesting. I like that there's more you can do with it. And when I figured out you can ride on it, rocket, I was like, oh.
Yeah, that moment was badass. It was awesome.
Also, what I noticed about this trailer is that it really reminds me of Resident Evil 6, especially with its aesthetics. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Resident Evil 6. Yeah, I actually agree.
With this aesthetics, with the kind of with the washed out look, and especially with the monster designs, with the whole tentacle things, because Resident Evil loves the tentacles, and Devil May Cry was a spin-off of Resident Evil because it was originally going to be Resident Evil 4.
Yep.
But I don't know. I agree. I want to see more varieties. I want to see more styles. I want to see more weapons. Or Nero, Dante, this new character, whether or not it's near Virgil or not. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. I'm going to try to keep my head down and just look at the trailers and not see the fan reactions.
Yeah, that might be the best idea.
And speaking of Dante, I actually like a lot of aesthetic design that they've gone with. I don't know about the scrub. I think I kind of understand where you're coming from, because you mentioned the whole Geralt of Rivia of my portrait. I think someone at the art design saw Geralt and saw him with a beard. Like, let's give Dante a beard.
Taking influence from The Witcher 3. No, that's just blasphemy to me. Blasphemy.
Well, I'm talking about aesthetic.
Yeah, I know. I'm just joking.
Well, like, and hopefully, what I want to see is, I want to see the classic costumes of Dante and Nero come back as like unlockables, and maybe kind of like The Witcher 3, where you can choose what hairstyle or beard or mustache style you have with Geralt. Maybe we can apply that to all three of the characters that are playable. That would be interesting. I would like to play that.
That's a really good idea, yeah.
And also maybe like in a fighter, you could like change the color of the certain costume that you're wearing. Maybe they can do that for the characters as well. That's me dreaming, but whatever.
It's all good ideas though. I hope that you should tweet to Itsuno, see if he'll take these into account. I mean, the game's still like a year off from release, so
yeah.
So it's a possibility.
So with Nico, yeah, I, like other people have stated, you stated, well, a lot of people seem to think that she was Kyrie. I did not think she was Kyrie at all. First off, one, that's a Latina chick. Secondly, she has a Texan accent. Kyrie does not speak with a Texan accent. That's ridiculous. She's covered with tattoos, and you mentioned, or the person before me mentioned that she has an interesting look, but it doesn't really look Devil May Cry. I kind of agree with that statement, because she looks like Velma if she was from Scooby-Doo, if she was a fighter.
That's a really good point. She actually does, yeah.
Like with really small breasts. That was kind of weird. It's a little different.
Yes.
I also mentioning Greeks with Devil May Cry, back in November, they were talking about improving the dodging, and it seems like they have, because the dodging looks different from what I've seen in the trailer. And also, with Nero's rocket arm, they also mentioned that they were trying to improve how you traverse in the environment. Maybe that has something to do with it. And going on to Dante, I think that motorcycle is part of that, might be a part of the gameplay. And I'm suspecting that might be in the form of Pandora's box.
That's actually a pretty good theory there. Yeah, it probably is. I mean, it has how many forms? Like 999 or something? Or 666, I think. I forgot how many forms it had. But, yeah, all good ideas, honestly. I agree with pretty much everything you said. But, yeah, Axie, I'm going to have to let you go, unfortunately. But, do you have any final thoughts?
Hopefully this game is amazing, and I hope that Tsuno holds to his promise when he said in the conference that this is the best game that he made. I want this to be the best game he's ever.
Yeah, completely agreed. Completely agreed. Alrighty, Axie. Thank you very kindly for calling in, and I hope you have yourself a good night. And yeah, just take care. And yeah, just jump out of the call whenever you're ready. Later. Alrighty, cool. He had some really interesting ideas, especially especially about the motorcycle, Dante's motorcycle being part of Pandora. That's a really interesting thought. All right, so the next person here is Gabriel, but they said thoughts, and I'm not sure if I'm being trolled here like last time. But I'll try to get Gabriel on anyway. Alrighty, so Collins. Okay. So while we wait for Gabriel, I just realized that I didn't talk very much about the third character that we don't know much about. But since one of the previous callers already talked about him, I think I don't really need to go over him, but had some interesting theories there. It's pretty cool stuff. All right, Gabriel, please jump in the call. I hope you're still on here. And I hope you weren't trolling me with the thoughts. Please don't troll me, guys. Alright, while I'm waiting for him, I will check the chat a little bit because I've been neglecting you guys. Yes, the third character is definitely Noctis. That's what this is right now. It's Noctis. Wait, I see KB Sleepy is in the general chat for some reason. I'm gonna take away his thing. If Gabriel doesn't jump in within like the next 30 seconds, I'll move on to the next person. Because we need to keep this train rolling, guys. We need to keep this train rolling. Oh wait, Gabriel just messaged me. Cool. Alright, apparently Gabriel doesn't want to jump in. But he told me to tell you, chat. One sec. Let me get his message. Alright, Gabriel says, no thanks, bro, but tell those fags on the chat that I just hope that this game won't suck. Alright, so guys in the chat, apparently you're all fags, and he doesn't want the game to suck, so that's what Gabriel has to say. Okay, so do we have anyone else here? Oh yes, we had the other dude who wanted to jump in. KB Sleepy. Okay. And then afterward, we're getting Delusionary in here. Yes, indeed. We're getting Delusionary Killer for a little bit. Okay. Storms, don't worry, Storms. I'll get you. I'll get you, Storms. I'm just going back to KB because I tried him earlier. And, yeah, I definitely did skip you. Holy shit. How the hell did that happen? My apologies, good sir. Actually, KB's jumping into the wrong chat. KB, jump into the Devil May Cry chat, good sir. Not the... not the general chat, the Devil May Cry chat, please. Yeah, I keep seeing KB in the general chat. I'll send him another message. One moment, guys. It would be nice to have a freaking co-host for this kind of thing. I'm gonna have to get someone else in here to help with the dead air when I'm trying to get the calls running. Okay. If KB doesn't jump in the next 30 seconds, I'll move on and try him again. Wait, did KB jump in? KB, what you doing? Why you do this? I don't know what's going on with him and his chatty chat. Oh my god, we got dead air. God. I would be able to talk to the chat, but I'm just trying to get this running. Alrighty. Well, KB says never mind, so that's no problem, man. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work for you. It's all good. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my other good sir that I... Storms, you are going next. Okay, Storms, let's get you going. Let's get you in here. Pretty sure Storms will be ready because they messaged me. So, oh wait, KB is in here now. What the fuck? KB keeps jumping in and out. What the fuck's going on?
Wait, sorry.
Oh, KB, what's going on, good sir? Jesus.
Oh, completely.
All right. So give your thoughts. Wait,
I'm so
1
sorry
second.
about that.
No, it's no problem. Just give me 1 moment. I'm gonna have to tell the other dude that I just told to jump in, not to jump in, and then I will let you go ahead with your thoughts. Alrighty, KB. Alright, so what are your thoughts? Devil May Cry 5. What do you think?
For the narrative, I'm cool with whatever, like, Itsuno and Capcom decide. Like, for me, I loved what they've done with the story, minus parts of, like, DMC4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more, like, worried about the gameplay because with the aspect of, like switching your devil arm, like, literally for Nero, for the Devil Bringer, I'm worried that it's gonna like kind of turn into like a thing like, here, let's boost this part of this mechanic, or let's boost like the stat of the Devil Bringer. Like, I'm worried about that. I don't want it to turn into that thing.
Oh, so sort of like an RPG system, you think?
Yeah.
I was thinking that the Devil Bringer was more of an elemental thing from the trailer, because he would use the Devil Bringer, would have electric properties. He used it at one point. It had like a time freezing property. So I'm thinking it's more elemental than anything. I'm definitely hoping it's not like the RPG thing that you're thinking of.
Yeah. And like,
yeah, go ahead.
Like with Nico, I'm kind of hoping, sorry about that. Like, and with Nico, I'm kind of like, I feel like with the trailer especially, it was like show don't tell, and she was talking way too much, like you said. So maybe she could be like this DMC's like divinity statue. You only talk to her when you need to.
Yeah, that would be good. I'm hoping that she's a lot like the merchant from Resident Evil 4. They're just like in the background with their little like memes, and you don't have to pay too much attention to them. But do you have any thoughts about like Dante and Virgil and all that kind of thing, and what you want from them, like gameplay wise, if Virgil's even playable?
My biggest gripe with the special edition of DMC4 was they made you initiate tricks using summon swords, and that was the biggest fuck up, I feel. And if they bring him back as like an actual playable character, remove that. I don't want that. Yeah,
I actually agree with that. I prefer the way he tricked in DMC 3 to 4.
Sorry. Like, at most, I want, like, if you need to do something like that, like, the summon sword should only increase the accuracy of tricks, not like the actual initiation aspect. So like if you're, say, in a bloody palace, like get to an enemy that's like half a bloody palace away or more, then use like summon swords to increase the accuracy, but not the actual like action of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. So,
like,
well, as far as DMC4 goes and Virgil's playstyle, what did you think about the motivation meter, like gaining powers by playing more Virgil-like, by being more methodical with your gameplay? The more methodical you are, Virgil's like meter increases and he gets more powerful attacks. Did you like that, or?
I liked like the immersion aspect of it. Like if you feel like you're a Virgil, you have to be classy. You have to be careful, but I didn't like the fact that like certain moves were relegated to certain levels, or at least if there were, there should have been more moves or new like moves to like accompany each level. And they like locked, I think in level 3, you only thing that you get like Rising Sun, which was stupid. Rising Sun with like not Starfall, but round like no, what was it? I forget the rolling one. I forget for Beowulf, but yeah, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Isn't that called like Eclipse or something? I don't remember the exact name.
Yeah, and like the other thing is clearly when you do with the Yamato and Force Edge, like one of the combos is exactly Rudra and Agni's jet stream, and I'm hoping that if they bring these characters back, they need to have distinct combos and not like grafted from one character to the next one. Yeah,
I actually really agree with that. So what do you think about Dante? Like, how do you want his gameplay to be? Like, do you think it's going to be a lot like DMC4 Dante, or do you think they're going to overhaul everything about him?
Like, again, I could never master DMC4 Dante. Like, I love that you have that much opportunity and that much free room to like do with him what you want. As far as that's concerned, I think Itsuno and their team got it right. I don't know how you could increase that or make that better. There's probably a lot of like hardcore fans that know that much better than I do. But if there is anything to be done, I would assume that they at least are aware of it, or like not criticism, but like kind of taking in ideas. I don't know if you have any ideas what you would want to see like changed.
Oh, the only thing I'd want for Dante is more styles and more weapons. and maybe you can customize like which styles you want in which slot. Maybe if he has like 10 styles, like you could choose between them, because like having like every single style accessible would be probably too much. Like having like, you know, it's already quite a lot just to have like Dark Slayer and Trickster and all of those all at once. But if you're going to add like 4 more into the mix, it's going to be a little bit too much for most people, I think. But just brand new styles, I think, would be a good idea.
Yeah, you could do that, and then like kind of like DMC3 in this situation, rather than having all 4 styles accessed, you can say pick 2 styles that you want to play during the course of a mission, and you can swap at divinity statues.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea either. I mean, well, they can tailor Dante to however people want to play him. Like, if people just want to play him with one style at a time, they should be able to. If they want access to every style at once, they should be able to. I'm all about customizability for the gamer, so I would prefer something like that. But what about the new character? What do you think the new character is going to be like?
I mean, I just don't want him to be like an extra character, or if he's an extra character for nothing, I don't want him to like take up space for like Lady or Trish. Mm-hmm. If this does somehow lead into DMC2, I don't want this to be like the reason that like one of these characters are killed off, and that's why Dante is all mopey or quiet and reserved.
Yeah. So one more thing. What do you think about the whole idea that this game's might be anyway, according to the leaks, it might be kind of open world-esque? What do you think about that?
I'm sure that's great for a lot of games, but for me, this was never Devil May Cry. Like, Devil May Cry was at its best for me, at least in terms of like environmental design. In terms like with Devil May Cry 1, you were on Malay Island, you were in the castle. You were like gonna fuck up if you didn't pay attention to your surroundings, and you were gonna get punished for it. I feel like there's way too much open space, and to make it open world, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not sure about it. I mean, I guess if they make the movement options like interesting enough, it could be cool. Like you're running around a city and like demons spawn and you're just doing crazy things around the environment. Kind of like the way Nero moved around in the beginning, like DMC4's intro for him, where he's like taking out demons as he's running through the city. I guess they could do something like that. It might be cool, but I do much prefer kind of like the linear design of like Devil May Cry 1 and 3 and 4. Of course.
With hack and slash.
Yeah, exactly. So, any final thoughts, KB?
The more I watched it, like I wrote in the chat, the more I actually watched the trailer, I felt like I was experiencing Stockholm syndrome. Like I started to like align myself towards this. It's like, okay, this is the future now. I'm just hoping there's no like major DLC. That's all.
Yeah, same here. All right, KB. Well, thank you very kindly for your thoughts. Thank you for actually being able to jump in too. I was trying to get you in here.
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, it's no problem. All right, be sure to have yourself a good night and just jump out of here whenever you're ready. But yeah, have a good night, good sir. Thank you. Okay, so we are finally going to get Storms in here. Let's get good old Storms, who's been waiting quite a while, and I jumped over him accidentally. My apologies. Okay. Okay, I think Storms is ready. He's been ready with that trigger finger. He's been ready. Cry 5. Again, sorry about the dead air, guys. Jesus, it's kind of hard to talk and message people on Discord at the same time.
Yo, can you hear
what's
me?
going on, Storms? Yeah, awesome.
Is it lagging bad or?
No, you sound perfect. Awesome. All right. So what are your thoughts?
Well, let me go to my notes real quick because
awesome.
Okay, so basically, yeah. As I was watching the Microsoft conference, everybody had the thought in the back of their heads that it was coming, that it was gonna come tomorrow, but it didn't feel like it was really going to come. And as I was in the chat with my friends talking about it, I just thought that we just started joking about it, pretty much saying that it's just not going to come or it is going to come. We were undecisive about it. So when I saw the logo at the end and I saw Nero revving up his sword, I actually didn't know that was Nero at first. So I was just laying in my bed looking at the TV in shock. I didn't know what this was. I thought I was looking at DMC2 Dante. And I was so mad. I ended up telling my friends that I need to leave and dissect this trailer real quick because no, I'm not feeling this, Capcom. Y'all making me mad. So I think that they dropped the ball on a returning trailer. Like this is after what, 10 years? Everybody's been saying it's been 10 years.
Yep.
Since 10 years since the Devil May Cry game has been made and been shown to the public. And the first thing you guys come out the gate with is that girl Nico. Not feeling her at all.
Agreed.
Yeah. And then you got Nero, the newly designed Nero. And I don't hate his design, but I think they fucked up on that one because they're trying to please. It looks like they're trying to please DMC fans and Devil May Cry fans at the same time. And like I don't know if you see that or not, but
actually I do kind of see that. I do kind of agree with that point. Like it's aesthetically kind of ambiguous between the two series a little bit. Again, as far as like, overall design, the designs are a lot better than anything in DMC Devil May Cry. Like facial animations and everything. Like DMC Devil May Cry just look like trash, and Nero still looks a lot like Nero, just like an updated version. But the hair does throw it off a lot, especially when you initially see it. And the whole Nico thing, especially in the beginning of the trailer, is just like, what the fuck what am I watching? I don't know what I'm watching right now.
Exactly. So it's like I feel as if that Capcom, Isuno, all of them. They should have come back with a bang. I'm not saying that they, well, I am saying it. They didn't. They didn't for me, because Dante is literally the poster child. He's the golden boy of Devil May Cry. Once you see that red coat and the white hair, that's what draws you in. And seeing him act as his character, everyone loves Dante. That's Ruben. We know this. Like, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
So you get pulled in, and I feel as if they dropped the ball on having him come out, probably slapping the shit out of DMC Dante, or something crazy and bombastic. Like, I feel like they dropped the ball on that one.
I actually, I know where you're coming from there. I honestly think, like, because this trailer was just straight up shocking for me when I first saw it.
Yeah.
But all they had to do, like, to come back with a bang is just show Dante doing badass shit. That's all everybody wants to see, is just Dante doing something awesome. Just starting with Nero and this Nico chick was just a weird way to go about it, especially considering that they're saying this trailer was just to show off Nero's gameplay. They should have just started off with the Dante trailer. If they have a Dante trailer, just start off with Dante gameplay, because that's what everybody wants. Like, everybody wants to return to form, like OG freaking Uncle Dante from DMC4 and Dante from DMC3. So yeah, I completely understand where you're coming from there. Yeah.
So it's just like, it honestly made me realize that, which I feel like I should have realized this before, but you know, Dante is Devil May Cry. You know, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't feel like in the coming days of E3, and even last E3 and the one before that, I always said to myself, I just might end up shedding a few tears if I see Dante walk out of the shadows and say, I don't know, jackpot or something crazy, you know, like, but it just didn't, I didn't feel that hype. I didn't feel it.
Yeah, you know what else was really bad about it is the fact that, you know, Microsoft changed camera angles during the Dante reveal too. It's just like, oh yeah, here's Dante in the background. You can barely see his face. It's just, this is the part that everybody was waiting for, and you pull away during it. What the fuck is going on here?
I think the one thing I didn't like about the trailer was that at the end, showing Dante like that, they literally did that for hype reasons. I think when they were whoever was editing the trailer, they wanted the people at E3 to have like a, oh shit, that's Dante, oh my god. But if you really pay attention to the crowd, I don't think they got that at all. You know?
Maybe not. I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention to the crowd, if I'm being honest, because I was just fucking shocked throughout the entirety of the trailer. All right, so Storms, any final thoughts? Because I'm gonna have to get to someone else, unfortunately.
Pretty much one last thing, the costumes. I want some previous costumes from the old games. I'm not really rocking with the beard from Dante, the goatee. Nah, I can't do it. But that's pretty much it. You know, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. So yeah, thanks for showing up on here. It was pretty interesting. I actually agree with a lot of what you said too. So yeah, be sure to just have yourself a good night, and thanks for showing up here.
All right, you too, man.
All right, later. All right, so
later.
yeah, just jump off whenever you're ready. All right, so the next person we have here is, I think we have room for maybe 4 more people. Maybe 4 more people. So let me just make sure that they're on here. Yes, they are. Okay, cool. Wait, Devil Hunter James, are you? I think Devil Hunter James wanted to jump in here, and I have room for him. So. All right, let's see if James is ready. And then we will have 3 more people. Then we will, I think we have 3 more. Let me just make sure I'm not skipping anyone, because I don't want to do that again. Make me feel bad about it. Don't make me feel bad about it. Alright, let me see. Alright, James, come on. Answer me. James. Silent Hill 2, James, come on. If James is not ready, we will have to move on to the next person. Actually, I might just throw Delusionary in here. I don't see Biodevil. It says he's away, I think. Wait, I think James is coming in. Oh no, James is saying it's too late. Okay, no problem, good sir. Alright, so let me just take that away. We're gonna get Delusionary in here. I want to hear Delusionary's thoughts. Let's see if we can get Delusionary in here to give us some thoughts. Delusionary has a very good grasp of Devil May Cry, so especially in terms of mechanics. So we'll just jump past the aesthetic shit. Yo, Delusionary.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. So what's going on? How you feeling? How you feeling about this?
Ooh, well, at first, I was like kind of shocked when I first saw this Dante looking, like DMC Dante looking motherfucker. I'm just like getting NAM flashbacks, like, way back to the Dark Ages, and but yeah, then it turns out the guy's Nero, so that sort of that still kind of has a bad taste in my mouth, just because it seems like they can't let go of DMC Devil May Cry, and I guess maybe because they made some fans out of that, they can't really throw a large portion of their income, I guess. And yeah, so that had me a little bit skeptical. And you see certain like there's a lot of similarities, like the post-apocalypse sort of deal.
Yeah.
And you even see their clothes are like if you look at Nero, it's a little bit ragged compared to in DMC4. So I guess that they took some inspiration from DMC Devil May Cry and sort of cross-pollinated it with DMC4.
Yeah, I do agree with the ragged clothing on Nero, especially his shirt under the coat. It's just like fucked up looking.
Yeah, the red one.
Yeah, it doesn't look too great, but what do you think about people who are saying it's a good thing just because it distinguishes Nero more from Dante?
The distinguishing factor, I think that they should have done it from day one with DMC4.
Yeah, that's true.
So I definitely agree with them on that, but I just think that it probably, I guess he's gonna be the same character anyways as Nero. Maybe less whiny. Hopefully, I don't have to hear him yell about Curie 24/7.
Yeah, hopefully no like emo crying about Kitty A.
Yeah.
Constantly. So what do you think about the gameplay that was showed off? I mean, initially I was pretty like thrown off, especially since it didn't look like it was 60 FPS during the stream at all.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts there?
The gameplay, well, it's kind of hard to say because there's not a lot of content, but you do see glimpses of old DMC4, like his regular combos, his high roller. He has a snatch when he grabs a lizard, almost exactly like the frost throw that he has.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems to have been going more towards open world, which is a little bit disappointing. I could be wrong. It could just be that the levels are just that big, but I doubt it. I do think that maybe they are going for the open world.
What do you think? Like, if they're gonna go with this open world aspect, what do you think about making the open world part of like the stylishness? Like think about Tony Hawk Pro Skater or something like that. The way you can like trick around environments and stuff like that. If they were able to implement something like that into the game, I think it could add another layer to it.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe if they do.
The thing though is that with like something like Tony Hawk, you have like rails and you have walls, and those things you could use them pretty much to your advantage all the time. And even then, they sort of make it so that the levels are very well made sometimes. I don't know if it would work with DMC 5. There is skateboarding though.
yeah, that does a cool thing. He did like a kickflip on his demon arm or his mech arm. It's so weird that he has a mech arm.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What do you think about the mech arm?
I don't mind it. Actually, I think that I mean, I do miss the look of the old arm, but who knows? Maybe they can make it look cool. It doesn't really look that amazing, but yeah, I could imagine that it might be like his style switching or maybe his weapon switching. And so that could be interesting. And you see how he has very different applications. Like he uses it as a skateboard or like a missile. It almost reminds me like Sword Pierce in DMC3.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he threw it from the air and then he recovered it at one point. So that's interesting. There's also like it almost seems like Witch Time. I don't know if that's something that they added.
Yeah, it definitely
slowed down
looked
an
like it.
enemy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and his double arm, like his double bringer actually seems like I don't know, like maybe a Gilgamesh. So that's something good that they may be able to expand upon. And I even seen him like sort of counter the boss when the boss comes at him, right?
Yeah,
and then he
yeah.
sort of counters it. I don't know if that's like some sort of roll guard stuff or if it's just like really that strong.
Well, because he could kind of do, depending on the attack, he could kind of do that if you weaken, bosses in DMC4.
Yeah, like a counter.
Yeah, like you could just like knock like if you timed it right, especially with the final boss, like when he does that like supercharge with the spider sword. If you time it right, you could just like knock him out the air and just punch him. That was pretty badass.
It's a pretty unexplored area too. Not many people use that.
Yeah, I always use that shit. It's so good.
Yeah.
But so what do you think? Like as far as Dante goes, like what do you want from Dante in this game? Like just gameplay wise, or even like aesthetic look. First of all, what do you think of his aesthetics?
This guy it's like Dante Reedus. the guy got old, I guess, but at first I thought like, man, this guy kind of looks like a hobo crackhead a little bit, but he's still like upon second inspection, I think he could be looking pretty good.
It could work when you look at it more. It does work a little better. But what about what's that?
No, they should have given him a majestic beard.
Yeah, I would have maybe preferred that, but I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it still to this moment. But what about gameplay? What do you want from Dante?
Gameplay wise, I mean, I think that the developer should be. I mean, I want them to surprise me, but I think that the overall fundamentals from like something like DMC4 or DMC3 should be integrated. I think that I could go on and on about this, but there are multiple things that the previous games did bad and also good, including DMC Devil May Cry.
Yeah, definitely.
So like if they bring back Lucifer, but more consistent and more you can manage it more than in DMC4, because in DMC4 it's always very it almost feels random. But I hope that they bring back like his basic stuff, like his rebellion, his style switching, his weapon switching. But I mean, they could always surprise me with that. So who knows? I just don't want him to be too similar to DMC4. I want him to be similar enough in terms of like the important parts, but not. I don't want him to be an exact copy, and I definitely don't want him to be a downgrade or like completely copied from DMC Devil May Cry.
Yeah, 100% agreed there. All right, well, I guess the last thing for now, since I can't keep you on here forever. What do you think about the new character? Like, what do you think that's going to be like? Do you think he's going to be like a brawler style character or something? Because from what I see in the image, he doesn't seem to have a weapon really. Or maybe he has like a really tiny knife or something.
Yeah, it looks like a stick to his side.
Yeah, something. I don't know what the hell that thing is.
Fucking Noctis looking ass.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I thought maybe it would be Virgil, but that looks weird for Virgil.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah. He kind of looks a little bit edgier too. Imagine if it was like a DMC Devil May Cry Dante crossover.
Yeah, he's somehow, maybe it could be like DMC Devil May Cry Virgil after he got his heart broken and he sewed all the holes in his heart back together. I mean, at the end of that he had like control of all the demons or some shit like that.
Yeah, like a horde of demons.
Yeah. It was pretty gay, I've got to say. It was like a freaking Bleach episode, honestly.
Yeah, you gotta, and the reasoning behind it was kind of worse, like mommy and daddy issues.
Yeah, and he was like super jealous of Dante or some shit.
Yeah.
It was so. I liked the story there better than the main campaign, though. I will say that much, but still wasn't that great.
Yeah, the gameplay was pretty good. If they actually if they didn't fuck up the controls and like some of his tricks and lock-on and all that, he could have been a pretty useful character. He looks ugly as shit when he plays, but he still has some depth.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Delusionary. I'm gonna let you go. All right. Thanks for jumping on, though.
Yeah, you keep doing this because it's actually fun to watch.
yeah. I thought it would be. I'll definitely do it again. All right. Have a good night, good sir.
Later. Bye.
Alrighty, so we will take a few more people, and then I will start wrapping this up. So hope you guys are enjoying this so far. It's been pretty cool. Everybody has some interesting ideas. Okay. So the next person is Glenn Shiraishi. Jesus, you guys, I can't pronounce your names. Don't even. I'm not even gonna try. All right. So let's see if Glenn decides to show up. Hopefully he does. And I'll probably take one or two more calls depending on how long this one goes. Because I'm getting a little tired. Alrighty. So Glenn is getting himself ready. Okay, Glenn, I think you're here.
Yo.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nothing much.
Alrighty, so what do you think about DMC5? What are your thoughts?
When the trailer initially showed on the Microsoft show,
yep,
I was pretty confused as to what it would be. Like, at first, it seemed like a bit of a Resident Evil type game, and I'm like, wait, isn't that a bit too soon? But then suddenly, Devil May Cry. The talk of demons. You then have Nero, who looks like the guy from Scalebound.
That was my first thought too there. I was like, wait, Capcom's bringing back Scalebound, holy shit. But yeah, go ahead.
But I just got hyped. I don't even know why, but I was hyped up.
That's a good thing.
Oh my god, it's Nero! That's something that I never thought I would say.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I never thought I'd be happy to see Nero again. But I was pretty happy. I do miss his hair though, but I mean, he still looks pretty cool.
Yeah. He looks cool.
Yeah, he does. So what do you think about like the new bionic arm?
I do think they can go places with it, but they do have to implement it properly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe it could be like style switching or devil arm switching, but
yeah,
I want to see more of the gameplay, that's for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt. Sad that we have to wait till Gamescom to see more, according to Capcom Unity. But I definitely wanted to see just like some straight up gameplay, like no story elements. Just show me just gameplay, just so I can see how the hell this is gonna work.
And that's the big thing that I want to know. Will it bring more variation? Of course, we have seen that time stop thing, elemental attacks, but I want to know if it really fits in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As for the whole open world thing, yeah, I'm not that excited about that.
So you don't think...
That's coming right off the heels of Dynasty Warriors 9.
Really? I didn't know that. I don't play Dynasty Warriors.
It didn't work there.
Huh. Interesting. So what do you think about the new female character?
Nico?
Yes.
She sort of looked like the one girl from No More Heroes. I think your name was Naomi.
True. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, she does.
I'm sort of 50-50 on her.
You could take her, leave her.
Yeah, it's like... we don't know much about her.
Yeah.
Sure, she comes off as annoying, but I want to know more.
Yeah, I agree with you there. So what about Dante? How you feeling about him?
it's funny. I was like, who is this Norman Reedus look-alike? It's Dante? And then it's like, he looks cool. And I do hope that, gameplay-wise, he will be just as great as in DMC4.
Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping he'll be better than DMC4.
Yeah.
Give me some just fucking crazy shit with him and some new styles.
You could also have, like, a learning curve for him.
Yeah.
As long as it's not too casual.
Honestly, if they wanted to, like, if they wanted to implement, like, a casual mode for Dante and have it where it plays more similarly to DMC Devil May Cry Dante, I wouldn't mind that as long as I still had access to, you know, like, a DMC4 style Dante. I think that would be an easy way to bring casuals in, but at the same time, if they wanted to get into the more complex aspects of the gameplay, they wouldn't really be able to if they were used to that, like, DMC Devil May Cry-esque control scheme. But
I do sort of agree, even though I don't like DMC like at all.
Yeah, I don't like it either, but I mean, it would make an easier time for a lot of these, like, newer gamers.
Yeah, I do agree.
Yeah. So, what about Virgil? Do you think that was Virgil who stole Nero's arm?
Sort of. Maybe it's just the hood. Because you see him walking around in Fortuna and DMC4 Special Edition.
Yep.
But it could also be someone else.
Yeah, that's true. So, what do you think about the new enemy designs, like the bug kind of enemy designs?
It's sort of interesting, but it did make me think that it would be another game entirely.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought it was Gears of War at first, in all honesty. Like, I thought they were just showing off Gears 5. I
thought it was Resident Evil.
it does look similar to Resident Evil 6.
That's far of a stretch because DMC is basically a sort of a spin-off on that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it does look pretty interesting. But, yeah, Glenn, so any final thoughts here?
I'm excited, but at the same time, I want to see more. I do wonder how the new character will play. I personally sort of hope for a sort of fist-fighting character, but who knows?
Yeah, who knows what it's going to be like. I just want to see what the character looks like in action. I'm sure they can pull off some badass gameplay systems with it, because Itsuno seems to have a knack for just making really intricate and interesting gameplay systems. So,
and if it was a physical fighter kind of style of character, I did have sort of the ideas for it. Like, swapping sort of forms, as if you are doing karate or kung fu or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, that would definitely be cool.
Anyway, I'm just going to wait for Gamescom.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see another trailer. Just give me more gameplay. Show me some Dante gameplay in this new character, and I can't wait to just dissect that one too. But yeah, Glenn, thank you very kindly for showing up on here. And
thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry if I was a bit nervous.
No, it's no problem, man. Be sure to have yourself a good night.
Same here. See you later.
Yeah, later, good sir. Okay, so I will do 2 more. So we will get I will get Ninurta Sky Charger. Alright, I hope I said that properly. You know, a lot of people are saying it like the enemies are kind of similar to Resident Evil, and I really do see that now. Especially Resident Evil 6 with the bug-like enemies. Especially during Chris's campaign. There were a lot of bug-like enemies in Resident Evil 6. Yeah, I honestly didn't notice that till someone brought it up. One of the earlier callers. But, okay, let's see if we get this dude in here. I forgot his name already. Jesus, what's wrong with me? Where you is? Where you is? Oh, it was Ninurta. Ninurta Sky Charge. Hopefully they can jump in here. Come on, Ninurta. Come on. Come on, Ninurta. Alright, I'll give you a little leeway. I'll give you 30 seconds. I'll check the chat a little bit. Alright, so what's going on in the chat? Let's see what you guys are saying. New chick looks like she's missing a MAGA hat. That's a good point. Okay, what else do we got here? Maximilian dude confirmed that was Virgil. What else do we got? The enemies look like aliens. And Panos just awoke, so I don't know if Panos still wants on here. Alright, so Skychar, are you coming in? What's going on, good sir? Come on, dude. What's going on, man? Alright, I don't see Skycharge. Someone else says they're ready, so I'll throw them the link to the chat, but let me see if Skycharge is gonna answer me here. Alright, doesn't look like Skycharge is ready, unfortunately. So we will let the doctor in here. Dr. Ubio is up next. Wait, let me just take the link away from Skycharge really quick. God, this is so weird doing this. Skycharge, where you is. Alright. So, the doctor is coming in next. Actually, I'll let Tails in here. Tails asked to come in. Okay. And then we'll let the doctor in, and that'll probably be it. If Tails is ready.
Am I on?
Hey, Tails, what's going on, man?
Not much.
Alright, so what are your thoughts on Devil May Cry 5?
And, wish it had shown more Dante, but I'll take Nero over nobody.
Yeah, I'll take Nero over, like, anything from DMC, Devil May Cry, so I was pretty happy with that. But I don't know how you're feeling about, like, the whole aesthetic of the game. Like, people are saying it looks kind of like Resident Evil 6, kind of like a survival horror kind of game kind of thing.
I think it's going back to the DMC3 kind of tone.
Mm-mm.
So a little bit more along those lines, maybe DMC1, DMC3. Gothic tone.
Yeah, I can kind of, it's like if you like if you melded the gothic tone from DMC 1 and 3 with kind of like a more modern setting, I guess.
Much.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the new female character?
Probably in the minority, but I like her.
Really? You liked her as soon as you saw her?
After the third trailer, after I played it the third time. No one can ever replace Lady, but yeah, I like her.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it was a good way to introduce that new character that way. I think they could have did a better job.
I mean, she's probably going to be, if I could compare it to anyone, she's probably going to be like Drebin from
Oh yeah, that's true. She probably is.
It's going to be like that, but instead of weapons and stuff, it's probably just going to be fixing his arm, upgrading it.
So what do you think about the arm upgrades? Like, are you cool with it? Do you think there's going to be any, like, really out there kind of arm upgrades that give Nero kind of ridiculous kind of powers?
I hope so. And if it's probably going to be handled like the style system, or at least I hope it would.
So you hit like a direction and Nero kind of like lops off one of the arms and puts another one on or something?
Yeah, something like that, or it changes its function to
do
something else.
So what about
more than 4?
Yeah, that would be cool. I do want Nero to have more weapons though. Like, it's cool to have different devil bringers, but
I'm hoping for the combat of 4, but the weapon variety of 3.
Yeah, Exactly. You know, something else that I have not brought up yet is I would like every freaking weapon from every previous Devil May Cry game in this game.
It probably wouldn't make it into the campaign, but it could at least make it into Bloody Palace.
Exactly, like, or even as like extra unlocks for like getting S ranks or something. Like you unlock Agni and Rudra if you like S rank or double S rank or triple S rank at this point. Like mission 5 or something, you get access to Agni and Rudra, or you triple S rank mission 7 and you get Nevin or something like that. That would be fucking awesome, I think. So, what about Dante? How are you feeling about him? What about his face?
It looks like Grandpa went to a cosplaying convention as Dante.
It's not
perhaps,
funny.
Or perhaps Hobo Dante maybe finally couldn't pay his rent anymore.
Jesus, I think the motorcycle was cool, at least, kind of.
That I mean, I'm going back to what one guy said about it being Pandora's box.
Yeah,
I'd like that.
Yeah, I think that was a good theory. I would like that as well. That's pretty awesome. So, what about Virgil? Is it Virgil? Is it not Virgil who stole Nero's arm?
It is Virgil. He wanted his arm back. You know, at the end of DMC4, you know, Nero, he kind of puts the Yamato inside of his arm.
Yeah, that's true. He's always absorbing.
Okay, I want that back.
This is mine, son. I didn't pass it on to you, you bastard. So what about the new character? Like, what do you think about him? Just from because we don't have much at all for that character. Just the back of his character model. How do you think he's gonna play? Like he does look like Noctis, honestly, from the back anyway.
It's Virgil.
It's Virgil, really? Think so?
Oh wait, the guy in the dark armor.
Yeah, the dark dude with the tattoos on his arms.
One that might end up being Virgil too, because if it's the playable character, it's probably Virgil.
So Virgil with black hair and tattoos, like he went straight up
messed up at the end of 1.
He went punk rock at the end of Devil May Cry 1. Gotcha.
Got all messed up.
Makes perfect sense. All right, Tel. So, do you have any final thoughts?
I hope Lady gets a good spotlight, and I hope she's a badass.
Oh, do you hope that Trish and do you think that Lucia will make a cameo in this game?
This takes place before or after DMC2, or if that's retconned.
Yeah, it takes place after 4, but I don't know about 2. But it would be cool if we just see, like, you know, just a little thing about Lucia somewhere. I don't know, maybe just to acknowledge 2, because they don't want to acknowledge 2.
Pretend like it never happened. At least bring back the outfit from that game.
Yeah, and the Majin Devil Trigger, please bring that back. The thing's fucking awesome.
Actually, you know, yeah. While we're on that, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, no doubt. Alright, Details. So, thank you very kindly for jumping on here and giving your thoughts about it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Be sure to have yourself a good night, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, see ya.
Later. Okay, so the last person we're going to get on here, since I think we have a clear picture of what everyone thinks about this game, is the Doctor. We're going to get the Doctor. Doctor from Metal Gear Rising. So, where are you, Doctor? I must find your name. There you are. You know, if they announce a new Metal Gear Rising at this E3, if Sony somehow gets Konami to develop a new Metal Gear Rising, and if Sony pulls off a Ninja Gaiden 4, I will lose my fucking mind. This will be the best E3 ever. It will be the best ever. But yeah, alright, let's get the doc in here. Okay. Doc, we need some help here. Yes, indeed. The Legionnary's like, final guest. No. It's been pretty cool. Everyone's been pretty awesome so far. Everyone has some interesting ideas. Okay. So, just waiting on the doc. I know the doc is going to be ready. He asked me earlier, so you should be pretty good. It's pretty good to go. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, 5. Just waiting on the doctor. Again, sorry for the dead air here. Alright, I think the doctor just jumped in.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you are. Alright, buddy. What's going on? What are your thoughts here on Devil May Cry 5?
Oh, I actually took some notes about it.
Alright, cool.
And thing, when we saw Rebellion, I see the Rebellion model is the one from DMC2 actually. I thought that was kind of interesting. I think this is gonna be after 2, and like Dante's just coming back from hell or something.
I think that would be an awesome idea, even though in the website it says after
like
4.
The bike, the whole idea of him coming in a bike, it's not only for to make him like look cool, to like make a reference. There's something I'm gonna say that no one's mentioning, like this new character, the V guy.
Yeah.
Like if you zoom in on the picture, he's got a katana on his right hand, and we cannot see his right hand.
Wait, what did you say? He has a what in his right hand?
Katana, like Japanese sword.
Oh,
zoom into the picture, and you'll see that he's got like a sheath over there. It's a blue katana over there.
He does have something in his right hand, in the picture, but I don't know if it's a katana. It doesn't look long enough, and it's kind of super thin. It's like really thin.
On the picture, you can zoom in on the picture, and on the right side, right beside his leg, like there's the sheath of the sword. Like that's a katana, and that for me confirms it's gonna be like Virgil or some kind of reincarnation or something.
So like a reformed version of Virgil. That's interesting. So
no, I don't know how they're gonna make it work, but well, let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm sure Itsuno has something up his sleeve, of course.
Yeah. So some other thoughts. Like a Resident Evil 6 kind of vibe over here. Different characters. I believe they're gonna make like a different campaign for each character. I think that's gonna affect gameplay a lot. If you see the little gameplay bits we had, like the area was kind of big, the arena. They were arena-sized places. So I'm gonna think that the little movie had like Nero jumping around and whatnot. I think they're gonna take like some level design cues from the DMC, from Dante, and it's gonna have some verticality to its level design. That's for the Resident Evil 6 kind of stuff. I'm digging the idea of Nero having a robo arm. That's gonna give him like the different styles, because his problem in 4 was that he was too streamlined. So like for somebody that was coming off DMC3, he might have felt like things were limited. I know, I know Itsuno did it just in order to get like a, because you're gonna get when you evolve too much in your skill ceiling, your fan base is gonna have a pretty high up skills floor, So
exactly. Yeah.
I see what they were going for with that. There was another thing in this weird corrupted night piece of thing. I don't know if that's like Mundus, or is it Sparta, or is it like I don't know, like Virgil, I don't know what it is, but Who knows?
Yeah, it looks interesting, whatever it is, but I have no idea what the hell that's going to be at this point.
Okay, so for the next kind of things, I'm gonna have to say something about the last leak. The last released leak was completely real. We should take some things from there, and well, you can see a different sword. I'm not exactly sure if it's not Rebellion. What's the name of the
Nero's? Red Queen?
No, the not Rebellion, but the other sword he used like some that one. Whatever.
Oh, Force Edge. Force Edge.
Yeah, so it's looking like Trish, like Trish's sword, you know. Well, and the leak mentioned like there were 3 demon hunters looking for revenge. So we know Nero, like whatever killed it, whatever took his armor, whatever, like he's looking for revenge. He probably killed Kyrie.
Huh. Yeah, that might be possible. Yeah.
Gonna be his motivation. He's gonna seek for revenge against Kyrie. Because well, like, you know, they are 3 demon hunters looking for revenge. Dante can have like anything. I don't know. I don't even mind. I just want to play with him.
Yeah, exactly.
And B, Virgil, he's got his attitude, and I'm thinking, well, the last Noctis looking guy, like I don't know, man. Looking for like revenge on hey, you fucked me over, Mundos or something. I don't know. Yeah. Or perhaps it's another guy just looking for revenge. Pretty sure that's Virgil in some way or another, just for the blue katana he's got on his side.
Yeah.
The leak also mentioned a demonic tree that is like in the center of the city.
Yep.
Sure if that's like leading to an open world kind of experience, or if it's gonna be like the tower of Temsil or whatever.
Teminaguru from DMC3.
Yeah. I mixed up the names. But yeah, Tower of DMC3. I'm not exactly sure, or if it's gonna work like a hub world, kind of like the new God of War. God forgive me. God forgive me, but you know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Care for that, but well, who knows? Like, who knows? There's also a mention of hordes of demons, like multiple mentions of hordes and hordes and hordes, and that coupled with arena-sized like fighting places, I'm thinking it might be kind of more open world-ish. Like the linearity of 3 and 4.
That could be
linearity of all the other games, you know.
Yeah.
One thing that nobody is talking about before the video was released, or there was somebody was mentioning in Reddit, like Ninja Theory is helping with the development of this game. And I'm pretty sure they're not helping. Like specifically, yeah, they specifically mentioned not working on gameplay, but on story.
I still don't think so, because Microsoft owns Ninja Theory at this point too. I don't think Capcom's gonna fuck around with them anymore.
Yeah, I'm not thinking they're gonna fuck up anymore. But anyways, that's something else. So
this will have to be the last thing, though, Doctor. But go ahead.
There is. The supposed leak or the comments on Capcom Unity, they mentioned a third character with control of demons.
Oh yeah, that is true.
That's for sure gonna be Virgil, you know. So this third guy, this Noctis, I don't know,
Noctis
goth rock looking like Hot Topic store kind of guy.
Yeah.
With there is likely Virgil. We like her, either we like her or not. And well, yeah, that's more or less everything I had to say.
All right, cool. All right, Doctor. You don't have any final thoughts or anything? That was it.
final thoughts.
Yeah, just
I'm really hyped, but I'm kind of stressed. Like we've been waiting 10 years for a whole fucking decade to play this game, and like the fan reaction it's like real shitty. Like, can you be more entitled? Like, holy fuck! Like, I mean, it's been 10 years. It's Suno. He's been working on this for at least 3 years. Man, it's the original team. We know, as a matter of fact, that some of the guys that were working on Platinum Games came back to Capcom just to work on this game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, this is the OG crew, you know.
Yeah.
Like, we should
people.
be, like,
you think people need to have faith, right?
Stop bitching. Like, why?
Yeah. Alrighty, Doctor.
Win the game.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Yeah. All right. Thank you for jumping on here. It was interesting hearing your thoughts, and be sure to have a good night.
Oh, and everybody who's on the video right now on the stream.
All right. All right. Cool. So just jump off whenever you are ready.
It sounds stupid.
There we go. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he was cutting off a little bit at the end, so I couldn't really hear what the hell he was saying. But yeah, so 4 years. Itsuno's been working on this game. It's been 10 years since Devil May Cry 4. Doctor says that people should have more faith in the team. I think everyone does have the right to be skeptical about this, especially since it's been so long since the last Devil May Cry game, especially since we got DMC Devil May Cry. So I think everyone's skepticism is pretty valid for the most part, but we definitely do need to see more from the game before we can really judge what's going on. I am happy about the 60 FPS. That was one of the main things that I wanted from this game, was to be 60 FPS, and they're saying it's going to be 60 FPS, so that's definitely a really good thing. It looks like they're going to take advantage of some really interesting game systems and everything like that, but we will see what happens. We are going to have to wait for Gamescom 2018 in order to see some more of Devil May Cry 5, but as of right now, I think for the most part, from what we've heard in the calls, people seem to be quite excited for the most part. A few people are just a little bit jarred by it. Some people were a little disappointed, like the one guy who said, you know, we were waiting all these years and we just see Nero and we don't really get to see Dante, who's the main staple, which I do agree with. But yeah, it's just been an interesting time, Jesus Christ. But yeah, 60 FPS is definitely confirmed. A PC release is confirmed. It's coming out on PS4, on Xbox One, and on Steam. So you guys, everyone will have access to it besides Nintendo Switch people, but people who own a Switch usually own some other console, so I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal for them. But yeah, with that said, I think that will be the end of the stream. It was pretty fun. You guys had some pretty interesting thoughts. I will likely do this again. It seems to have gone well. Everyone in the chat seems to be pretty happy about what happened here. They found it entertaining, so I'm glad about that. This stream will remain up on the channel publicly. I'm not going to archive it as an unlisted video in a playlist, because I think all of your thoughts need to get out there. So again, thank you to everyone who showed up and called in. Thank you, Itsuno, for making this thing happen. Jesus Christ. You know what? We are going to watch the trailer one more time. Fuck that. We're gonna watch it one more time. We're gonna try to get a little bit of hype going in here. I'll turn the sound up a little bit. I mostly want to just look at the trailer. So let's just watch this again, because I'm probably gonna watch this a lot more times after this. Let's do this. Someone is saying Mundus clones Virgil. He made Trish before her. Actually, that's a really good point. That is a very good point. Someone says thank you. Thank God for Itsuno. Oh, thank you, Hypabomb. It was awesome talking to you. And it was cool listening to everybody's thoughts on Devil May Cry 5. Yes, indeed, Virgil rips off Nero's arm because he wasn't on NoFab like he promised. Good stuff. That's a good father right there. It's a very good father. Get hype, everyone. Get hype. Actually, I'll turn this up a bit. I'm still not sure how I feel about this song here. It's kind of good.
Cheer up, crew cut.
It's going on.
Taking notes?
Someone's saying they're hoping for a turbo mode. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, he's a real pro at smacking demons around. That's why I built him that well-functioning arm. To keep
Yeah, for Mega Man, it was awesome. Good times all around. Fat Nero.
What? No chit-chat or monologue? Just getting right to the point, huh?
Nero needs you a Jack Frost. I'm gonna lower it a bit. I still don't know how I feel about this song. I heard something about a devil trigger in the song, and there's Nero riding his rocket demon arm, which is freaking cool. I think that's my favorite little moment in the trailer. Is him rock, well, besides Dante, of course, but him riding that demon arm is just cool. And here's Virgil being the good father he is, ripping his arm off. You know, something else I have to say is I fucking love the colors and just the look of the logo here with Nero standing in front of it. And here's the OG. Here's the beast. Woohoo! Yeah! Alright, so there you go, guys. That'll be the end of the stream. Thank you very kindly for watching. Hope you all had a good time. Be sure to have yourselves a good night. Be sure to stay safe. And I will see you all next time.